huge coming up, which is a documentary about P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Did he do it, right? You've been heavy on social media talking about it.
He did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually.
Oh, you've been saying this for a long time now. And then no one was, they're just, why is he saying this? And now it's coming out crazy.
But I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to the parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity cultures don't understand anything is because they participated. So.
And 50 Cent sells Diddy doc to Netflix. Ladies,
the entertainment world is on high alert as Curtis 50 Cent Jackson prepares to disrupt the entire industry with a new Netflix docuseries that is rumored to unveil serious secrets about Sean Diddy Combs. This is being viewed as far more than typical celebrity drama, with the potential to fundamentally redefine careers and legacies. Reports suggesting that Diddy is experiencing an emotional breakdown have only intensified the public buzz, making the timing of the documentary appear deeply significant. With a professional reputation built over decades, Sean Combs now faces an unprecedented turning point. Whatever revelations 50 Cent has planned, the project is being perceived as more than simple noise. It is an undeniable warning shot, and the entire hip-hop community is watching the fallout very closely.
there's so many videos on Diddy, that are resurfacing, but an actual documentary. And I don't know if there's gonna be like something with 50 Cent voice narrating. I don't know, but it's gonna be bad. I would advise everybody to tune in who don't really understand and what, how far back this goes with Diddy. From when people were speaking out earlier on him. I know it's gonna have stuff on Tupac, Biggie, all that, but we're gonna check this video out here, man. 50 Cent be trolling, but this is the ultimate right here, top tier. Let's jump right into it.
Days after a damning surveillance video showed Diddy abusing his ex, a documentary is closer to becoming a reality.
Now let's bring in TMC's Michael Babcock. Good morning to you, Michael.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
We're doing all right. So tell us what's going on with this. We understand rapper 50 Cent has been shopping this around.
Yeah, and you know what? I think a lot of people thought that 50 was just trolling, and if anyone follows 50 on Twitter or Instagram, he's no stranger to that. He definitely, engages in trolling and makes a lot of jokes. So when he had, repeatedly taken shot after shot after shot at Diddy and then said, hey, I'm working on a documentary, I think a lot of people thought that he was just joking around. It turns out he's not. So this is actually a real project that's being made under his G-Unit movie and TV studio, and he's made a bunch of really successful projects under that banner. They were actually selling it around to different streaming organizations, including Netflix. Netflix ultimately had the most money, placed a winning bid, and at some point here in the future, we don't know exactly when, but this is actually going to be something that airs on Netflix.
And think about this. Everything hasn't even came out yet. So I'm just wondering, they're probably going to wait to see if I'm guessing to wait to see if he goes to jail or what, because I feel like they need more not more evidence, but just with the whole raid and stuff. I'm just wondering what else is going to come out that they're going to add to that. Yeah, there's no way this dude is coming back from this. 50 Cent?
People may not know, the two of them have had beef for decades. 50 Cent has kept his foot on Diddy's neck for decades.
Foot on his neck.
Absolutely. They once worked together a long time ago. They're not friends now. They don't like each other. And 50 has taken every shot, especially when Diddy has been down. Diddy really, is not in a position right now to fire back at 50 Cent. So, he's taken a lot of abuse, and I don't know that anyone feels sorry for P. Diddy right now. To be honest.
I don't think so either, and it's certainly not going to end anytime soon.
You're right about that. Man, that's probably going to be one of the most watched, because I'm just thinking about all the information that they're going to gather and how many people are going to be tied into this. How many people right now are kind of just like, oh no, Because 50 be getting on everybody when he be trolling. So it's like, I know a lot of people are probably just shaking in their boots right now. I just think that when Diddy approached 50 with the stuff that he says, like, I want to take you shopping and all that, you know, 50 was like, wait, hold on. So, and some guys he probably took shopping before, you know? And they, at the beginning, they probably thought it was Diddy doing something nice. Until they got like a knock at the door or something like that. And Diddy, I'm here to collect. So my whole thing is like, once this come out, if it goes through and falls through, it's gonna be bad. Like whatever we seen so far, all the stuff you want to gather, whatever we seen, it's probably gonna be.
This is far more than a typical rap rivalry. Despite their current intense feud, 50 Cent and Diddy once shared a professional bond, even collaborating on music projects. However, 50 Cent has now escalated the conflict, aiming higher with a highly anticipated Netflix documentary that promises to uncover potentially damaging truths. His repeated pointed posts on social media have fueled intense speculation among fans, and Diddy's recent public emotional display has only intensified the growing public frenzy. It is clear that a major development is imminent, one that has the very real potential to profoundly disrupt the entire music industry.
Diddy doing funny things. You know, like there's the whole where 50 Cent tells the story about how Diddy offered to take him shopping.
Right.
You know, and there's also the time where he made Fabulous real uncomfortable while Diddy was calling some other dude daddy and telling Fabulous like, yo, why don't you party with me? And, you know, trying to get Fabulous to party with him, you know. What do you think about these like little looks into the past about how Diddy was acting?
I see a lot of, I would call epics, these little commercials, these little cartoon things, South Park, that popped up with the devil talking about, I don't want to do it if Diddy did it. Did you ever see that on South Park?
I haven't seen that one yet. No.
Yeah, 50 ended up posting it, but I'm a South Park fan, so I already knew about that one, you know what I'm saying? So that was on, was that on South? Yeah, that was on South. Yeah, it's South Park. Yeah, so I'm like, I'm a South Park fan, so I'm looking at that, so, and I say that this guy could have went down in history as one of the greatest producers that put together some of the greatest music in the 90s and having arguably one of the top greatest rappers in hip hop in his camp. For the people to make him the laughing stock of hip hop, the laughing stock of Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, is one of the greatest tragedies of our time. It's crazy what he has become to the media.
Can you separate his music from his personal life?
You know the man through his music. So you can't separate his personal life from the music.
Why do you think he was offering to take 50 Cent shopping?
I can't really offer that, bro. I can't really answer that. I don't know why, but just on some sucker shit, probably. You know what I'm saying? Trying to play 50. You know 50. Come on, bro. 50 was rich at the time. 50 used to do music for him. Why he never asked him then when he was doing music for him? You understand? Just talking shit, want to have something to say. Knowing 50.
The core question is why the rapper 50 Cent has intensified his public feud with Sean Diddy Combs at this particular time. The text suggests several reasons that are widely speculated. Financial motivation. Some believe money is a factor. Long-standing grudges. Others point to old, unresolved conflicts between the two moguls. Current events. The narrative hints that the timing relates to secrets that might finally surface, likely alluding to Diddy's recent high-profile legal troubles and allegations. The passage emphasizes that 50 Cent's actions are more significant than petty squabbling, focusing on themes of legacy, power, the exposure of long-held secrets. Known for his aggressive approach against opponents, 50 Cent is clearly committed to this target. The hip-hop community is anticipating the impact, especially with the imminent release of a documentary produced by 50 Cent that is presented as a potential industry-changing event, either rewriting the public narrative about Diddy or proving to be an audacious move by 50 Cent.
Just like New York, just like Mount Vernon, New York City, Mount Vernon, and Miami, all that is the same, bro. Nobody wants to be near him. Nobody wants to touch what he touched, be where he at. You understand? It's crazy, bro, how his fall from grace, which was never from grace. It's just like the devil just kicked him out of hell, because he was never in nothing graceful and did anything graceful. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what you say about, okay, he did the music, he had the bad boy legacy and everything like that, man, but you know, a few albums, a few people, you know, made to be famous, but they not here to tell their story. Black Rob, Biggie, Craig Mack. They not here to tell their story, bro. And now you got everybody telling his story.
Yeah, and I know 50, he did a recent interview with US Weekly saying that the reason why rappers are quiet about, you know, Diddy's situation is because they've been to his parties and they don't know what got caught on tape.
Bruh, those people who was caught at Diddy party did not know that he had 250 tape recorders in that house. That's a big house. But he had 250 tape recorders in that house that they took, that the feds found. So now with them finding all that and you being at a Diddy party, you know you may have done something that was caught on one of those tapes. You just better pray to God that they don't recognize you. Those people who know that they did something, no, they're not going to speak out. They're not going to say nothing. What part of the game is that? They are not going to come forward and tell on themselves. Nah, not at all. Ice Cube, he said it himself, bro. He said that Diddy's been targeted because of what he said about those folks and those people. Now, the people who was on those tapes may feel like Diddy might be targeting them. Because if he's asked about who is this, who is that, and he's under oath with the federal government, he got to tell them. He's not going to plead the fifth.
Yeah, I know that got to be a terrible feeling, man. You know you did something wrong at Diddy party, and you hoping and praying that it's not caught on tape.
But they don't think they did nothing wrong. That's their lifestyle. That's their lifestyle, bro. I ask guys all the time, if two men lay down, how many homos get up? What you mean? Ain't mean what I mean.
The following is a rewrite of your text, focusing on clarity, professionalism, and flow, while retaining the original meaning and not reducing the character or word count. The anticipation surrounding 50 Cent's upcoming documentary has created an electrifying buzz throughout the industry. The entire music world appears to be holding its breath in expectation, while speculations and rumors about Sean Diddy Combs have circulated in the past. The stakes feel significantly higher this time. It is clear that 50 Cent is doing more than merely creating drama. He appears ready to completely upend the current situation. Whispers of potential lawsuits, questionable business transactions, and long-concealed secrets are spreading rapidly, leading many to question whether the foundation of Diddy's vast empire is finally beginning to crack. The issues, ranging from past disputes with artists to suspicions about his financial dealings, have been a source of enduring controversy for years. Now, 50 Cent may be the one finally prepared to ignite the definitive explosion. Should the swirling rumors prove accurate, this documentary has the potential to fundamentally rewrite everything the public thought it knew about one of hip-hop's most powerful and influential figures.
A damning surveillance video showed Diddy abusing his ex. A documentary is closer to becoming a reality.
Now let's bring in TMC's Michael Babcock. Good morning to you, Michael.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
We're doing all right. So tell us what's going on with this. We understand rapper 50 Cent has been shopping this around.
Yeah, and you know what? I think a lot of people thought that 50 was just trolling, and if anyone follows 50 on Twitter or Instagram, you know, he's no stranger to that. He definitely, you know, engages in trolling and makes a lot of jokes. So when he had, you know, repeatedly taken shot after shot after shot at Diddy and then said, hey, I'm working on a documentary, I think a lot of people thought that he was just joking around. It turns out he's not. So this is actually a real project that's being made under his G-Unit movie and TV studio, and he's made a bunch of really successful projects under that banner. They were actually selling it around to different streaming, organizations, including Netflix. Netflix ultimately had the most money, placed the winning bid, and at some point here in the future, we don't know exactly when, but this is actually going to be something that airs on Netflix.
So many people may not know, I mean, the two of them have had beef for decades. 50 Cent has kept his foot on Diddy's neck for decades.
Absolutely. Look, they once worked together a long time ago. They're not friends now. They don't like each other. And 50 has taken every shot, especially when Diddy has been down. Diddy really, is not in a position right now to fire back at 50 Cent. So yeah, he's taken a lot of abuse, and I don't know that anyone feels sorry for.
After decades spent at the top of the industry, you'd think that all of Diddy's secrets would have already been exposed, but it appears the public has only seen the tip of the iceberg. Word is that the recent lawsuits filed against him could be directly connected to the material and 50 Cent is preparing to reveal in his documentary. Importantly, Diddy may not be the only person in the crosshairs. Rumors suggest a wider web of powerful names, and prominent figures could be dragged into the ensuing fallout. Diddy's recent emotional public statements haven't gone unnoticed, leading some to speculate that he is aware of the coming exposure but is powerless to stop it. If even a fraction of the current whispers prove to be true, this documentary has the potential to shake the very core of his operation. His big empire, his businesses, his music, and his entire legacy are all hanging precariously in the balance.
Well, they knew that was going to happen. You understand? There's no way, based on the evidence that the prosecutor presented, that the judge was going to allow him to be bonded out on the first get-go. Now, if he comes up with some more hearings, he might be released. But based on the evidence, they've been following him, bro. They've been tapping his phone, been having people watch him. You understand? He been coming back and forth from New York, and he don't usually be coming back to New York. And somebody was telling me that, listen here, he trying to get witnesses. Remember when they released that first thing of Cassie, and I said that Diddy was trying to contact people for character witnesses, people for who he had problems with before, whatever like that, and trying to talk to them in the whole 9 yards. That's when they dropped that thing with Cassie. The Homeland Security had some agency or whatever like that that deals with that, dropped that thing on Cassie to show everybody, oh, y'all want to help him? Y'all, this is what y'all want to help? This is who y'all want to, say that he ain't never did nothing. This is what you want to put your brand on? And everybody started backing up from him. Everybody was talking about, yo, man, Cassie was a gold digger. Cassie was this, that, and the third. She loved it in the whole 9 yards. And then when they seen that, all his friends or so-called friends, went away. So him not having a bond is not surprising.
Yeah, and he offered them $50 million, and they still denied his bond.
He should have waited to see what they was going to offer. Because if he got $50 million to get him and offer that, then they think like, yo, that's too little of a money.
And you right about Diddy phone being chopped, because the news came out that his former bandmate from Dirty Money, she called the other group member Don 58 times trying to get her to stop the lawsuit against Diddy.
She ain't the only one he was trying to get in contact with. You understand? He sent somebody through somebody else to try to get in contact with me, telling me enough is enough. Oh, okay. You tell Big Mama that enough is enough. You can't tell Wolf Mama enough is enough. You tell D Ferg Mama enough is enough. You understand? You tell all those people who supported you and they survivors.
As 50 Cent prepares to unleash his explosive revelations, Diddy appears to be showing undeniable cracks in his composure. Recently, Diddy was spotted in public looking noticeably emotional, with red eyes and a tense expression. This sight was a stark contrast to the confident and controlled image he has cultivated over decades, stunning many of his fans. What has changed? Some observers speculate that the sheer weight of the pending information in 50 Cent's documentary is finally taking its toll. While Diddy has successfully navigated previous scandals and controversies, the current storm surrounding him feels fundamentally different and far more severe.
You didn't tell me about that. So he tried to get somebody to reach out to you?
No, I got a phone call from Kirk Burroughs. And Kirk Burroughs, and I ain't gonna even get this guy no play. Not Kirk Burroughs, but one of the Puff dudes that I know that's real close to him said, Kirk told me, yo, he want to reach out to you, Gene. He want to speak to you. I said, speak to me for what? What do you want to speak to me for? If he's trying to speak to me, it's for Puff. Point blank. I know the dude. I know how close he is to Puff. He's been with Puff from day one. So he ain't got nothing to say to me, bro. But Kirk Burroughs did say to me that the dude said enough is enough. When do it becomes enough? Yo, because bro, listen, I didn't ask to be put in this situation. You understand? And a lot of people ain't gonna understand this. Because a lot of people wouldn't give up what I've given up to be in this situation. You understand? My whole thing about it is, when you lean on right, you ain't gonna never turn to wrong. And my whole thing about it is that Puff wasn't right what he did to people around us, man. He wasn't right what he did to people around us. Him being hard-headed, not listening, and not telling the truth and constantly lying cost a lot of people their lives, man. It cost a lot of people their lives. I want him to understand. When I told him, if we don't do something to these doors, people gonna die tonight. And forget, and I want to say F what other people say. Everybody know I told him that. Our whole crew know I told him that. From Slick to Nord, Bunny, Big Boy, Eddie, all the people that was with us that night know I told him that. 9 people end up dead. Everybody know I told him. Not everybody, but Paul was there. D-Rock. Some of the bad boy street teams. If we go to this party tonight, somebody gonna die. I got intel from 2 top gangsters. From a dude rolling with Jodeci. I got intel, bro. We go to the party, somebody gonna die. Big's music, I hate to hear it. You understand what I'm saying? Because I know what I did. I know what I said. They know what I said. So it don't hurt me. It's a feeling that you get when you know something didn't have to happen that day. And I was never no play. I'm playing with people. I joke and I tease, I talk about you and everything like that. But if I come to the table something that's real, respect that. And it became a part where the respect was gone anytime that, and it probably don't have nothing to do with me. There was ulterior motives that took Big to that party, bro. There were other motives that took Big to that party that led him not being here today.
Many are suggesting that the unfolding drama extends far beyond merely 50 Cent's upcoming documentary. Rumors are currently swirling about various layers of turmoil, including serious financial troubles, deep personal struggles, and potential health concerns plaguing Sean Diddy Combs. Diddy's recent emotional appearances in public have certainly fueled these questions. His previously impenetrable, carefully crafted image of total control appears to be finally cracking under the intense scrutiny. Instead of confidently directing the public narrative as he always has, he has been observed in moments of what appears to be a public unraveling, igniting speculation that something far more devastating is unfolding behind the scenes. Eyewitness accounts suggest Diddy seemed visibly and genuinely shaken just before displaying these emotional breakdowns. This has led many in the public to believe that 50 Cent may be poised to reveal an even more explosive trove of information than anyone had previously anticipated. The mogul, who was once infamous for pulling the strings of the industry, now appears utterly tangled in them. With the release of the documentary still looming on the horizon, many believe this may only be the beginning of a larger catastrophic collapse.
Behind the scenes, but in the open at the same time, you know what I mean? Like if you run in certain circles, there's things that you've heard for years. Maybe not necessarily on a criminal level, but there's a lot of stuff that I've heard, that could involve baby oil and all that type of shit, where I've been hearing that shit for years, bro, since the 90s, bro. I've been hearing about like bisexual type of shit since the 90s. You heard? That's what I've been hearing. But not the freak-offs per se. Nah, I didn't necessarily know about that. Because Puffy used to be known as like a good party promoter. Like he would have parties in New York. Him and this lady, Jessica Rosenblum. And they used to have very, a lot of celebrities would go to their parties, there would be a lot of chicks there, and they'd have the good parties, at different venues around the city. And when they was the promoter, you would know that, okay, that might be a party you want to go to because it's going to be popping. But it wasn't any kind of there was no signs of no freak off type of shit. This is that happened later when he's having parties at his mansions and shit like that. I only know him for going to those parties that were out in the public. See what I'm saying? That's the only Diddy party I ever been to was out in public, and there was no freak off shit. There was no outwardly gay going on or anything like that.
So that's been going around since the 90s, him being bisexual?
I heard that's why he had got fired from Uptown. That he got caught in a precarious act, doing something real baby oil-ish in the office. You know? Now I'm not gonna get into the rumor of who the other dude was, but y'all heard the rumor. And homeboy, you know, the other dude says it's not true, but I don't know. I'm just saying that was the rumor since back then.
Yeah, somebody told me about how they walked in on Diddy getting fellatio from another man.
Yep.
Wow, dude. But speaking of baby oil, how you feel about the feds finding over 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
Of baby oil and lubricant. Don't forget, they said and lubricant. So you gotta, you know, maybe could have been 500 and 500. I don't know, you know, but it's a slippery slope, Art. Like, you know, it's a very slippery slope when it comes to baby oil, you know. I don't know why you would need. First of all right, as a man, if you know about the anatomy of a woman and you know how to get her in the right.
With 50 Cent's highly anticipated documentary on the horizon, the pressure on Sean Diddy Combs, who is already under mounting scrutiny, is dramatically shaking the entire hip-hop world. This is no longer a simple personal feud. It has the potential to fundamentally redefine the culture itself. The question arises, are we truly entering a new era where extensive, investigative documentaries are beginning to replace the traditional hip-hop diss track as the primary weapon of conflict and exposure? If 50 Cent's docuseries truly holds verifiable receipts that substantiate the allegations, there is significant concern over who else might be caught in the fallout. Given Diddy's pervasive influence, a number of high-profile names, including his former associates and other celebrities who attended his infamous parties, have already been mentioned in connection to the various lawsuits and social media speculation. What is currently unfolding could very well mark a pivotal turning point for the music industry, signaling a period where long-held secrets can no longer remain buried, forcing the culture to face a critical reckoning unlike anything it has ever encountered.